by the way, the first ink drawing I was coloring with this color. Hello my dear friends and colleagues, Martin here again. Today we talk about colors, especially about these from Roman Smal. Hope I spell it correct. This is a Polish company founded or based now in Krakow. And Roman Smal is the founder but the owner, and I think also the founder, of course. And the first thing I bought was this. The first palette was this big Aquarius, called this series Aquarius, because of the full-sized pens. Because normally you only get these half-sized pens. And when I'm painting in studio, especially for larger drawings, then I like these full-sized pens more than the half-sized. And then it's not that expensive, about this huge amount of paint you get. And then you get this very, very useful swatch card, because there is already written the different, the name of the different pigments and the name of the color of the paint itself. And then, because when you're on the go, when you're drawing outside, these very small, really handy small boxes, because they are smaller than my other smaller boxes, like this one. So this is the normal size. This one I bought empty and then filled it up with my own choice of colors. And of course these full-sized pens. You can also buy or order it online. And so these are these fresh pens, and then sometimes I glue it into these empty boxes. But it's nice when there is a already filled palette with these larger full-sized pens. And the thing about this case is that you get these 8 colors here. A good choice, I think. So I think this is glued, so I have to work here. Oh, no, it's okay. And then, so made in Poland. We can cut this here. And then you can carry this around. And so you know when you want to refill this with the same color, you know exactly the number of the pigment and the name of the paint itself. You can also leave it here underneath. Also very useful. But I'm sure I will forget about this when it's underneath the paint. And what I didn't use for years are these swatch books. I couldn't see any reason, but of course they are very useful, because I started here with my inks, with all the different inks, and it's in the case you don't use one of these inks or colors or paints for a longer period of time. So after a year I can remember, this ink was more on the bluish side, or this was more neutral. As well, here I have the special Renaissance, also a Polish company, Renaissance color, because these are with honey based. And here to the colors from Schminke. Here I did some liquid watercolor, so what you get in these mugs from Winsor & Newton and from Ecoline. So I know a special charcoal paints, yeah, from Derwent. So these very muted colors here. Then the Faber-Castell and the better, maybe also best known Tombow markers. Faber-Castell, Goldfaber, Aqua. Yeah, and then I also leave this here because I did this here. And then we can do this. But in this case I will write the number. So this is how they call it. Yeah, it's from the colors Aquarius. I will write this down because maybe there is other watercolor sets for other things than urban sketchers. And it's from the line Aquarius. And then we have in this order the number 380, 354, 331, 221, and underneath 414, 363, 336, and 139. It's nice when they are printed here, but the color of course affects in another way, especially on another paper and not printed in cyan, magenta, yellow, black, so in this normal offset printing. And this is why I want to have a clue how this how these colors are look like. Then I have another one, not a new tool. Yes, I got a watcher for my birthday in February, and I take this watcher and yeah, could buy some new stuff and paper and so on. This is a Da Vinci Casaneo, and there's in different type of brushes, and I got this Casaneo with this French style. I always call it French style, and this is wired this way. Fresh water. By the way, the first ink drawing I was coloring with this color is this. So here I used these colors from Roman Smile, from the smaller palette. And the only thing is I added ivory black from Schminke and this yellow. This is the lemon yellow, so a very shiny, more bluish, colder yellow. And because I missed them here, or I like to use these colors here, especially for the light greens, as well here at the bottom. These two reds, in addition with this, so maybe these two, these I like very most, because it's not a real orange, it's orange with a red tint, so really a special color. So, and this is the color we start. I have to clean the brush very well between the different paints. So let's show this here in this way so that we can compare it and you see what I'm doing here. Yeah, you see this is a very glowing, great glowing, very transparent color. I will use a smaller piece of paper just to be sure that the brush is really clean. Down here we have the red one. Also shiny, bright, fantastic. The next one is more, so let's say magenta, red. Yeah, fantastic. So this brush seems to be a very good one, because you can do easily this when you're using the whole length of the fibers. Then you have this this gradient. When you only have the paint here in the top, then it's wet, and so you get this gradient here. Next one is the French ultramarine. This is what I can read. French ultramarine. Also nice and clear. That's a statement of a blue of a French ultramarine. So this shiny fresh color is something you can't reproduce in the normal traditional printing techniques. So offset druck, so where we print books, because you see how much more shiny and colorful and lively this color comes in the original. Here's something for water. What is this? Yeah, it's called cobalt sea blue. Cobalt sea blue. Let's do a little bit more. All colors are very nice, transparent, what I expect. What would I expect? So then we have this greenish, it's maybe a little bit, I would say, no, this corn, these structures. Let's see when this will dry. And then we have a violet, a shadow violet. Maybe a little bit too thick. There was green in it. Sorry, my fault. Yep. A good alternative if you don't want to use black. And then, last but not least, burnt sienna. My color I'm using in nearly every of my drawing. So maybe the towers or the trunk of a tree, then this is the starting point. Yeah, and now here, when you compare it, here you see really the shiny, nice color palette. Definitely, for me, a good choice. And yeah, this was existently. I didn't look if I get the blue, the gold, or the pink one. So I got the pink one. Everything's fine. Normally I have all my things in black or green. My preferred colors for my stuff. But okay. Yeah, this is and here, and then the next thing will be that I will use it for coloring, like a drawing like this. So here is an ink drawing, and as well I have another ink drawing done. Yeah. So because I'm always drawing, so 3 to 4 drawings at the same time. Here is Prague. So I will color this in one of my upcoming Patreon lessons. So link is in the channel description. You can join on Patreon for up to 1 hour or 70 minutes long lessons. And there are also some shorter lessons. And there I will teach you everything about watercolor ink drawing. Some lessons are about people drawing, but it's a little bit more a focus on drawing cityscapes, landscapes, and a very important point is drawing things from imagination and or from your memory. Okay, so this for now. Hope to see you maybe on Patreon. There is also a section with some for all members, so they are free for you all, so that you can decide if these courses are something for you or not. So, bye.